Hello and good evening, everyone. Welcome to Finlay Field on the campus of Roseburg High School. Tonight, we bring you the Roseburg Indian football team welcoming in the Crater Comets for the final home game of the 2021 winter-spring season here at Finlay Field. It has been an interesting excursion trying to get through this season, and now we finally made our way to the final home game of this year for Roseburg football. One more week to go after this. Hello and good evening, everyone. Welcome to Finlay Field on the campus of Roseburg High School. Tonight, we bring you the Roseburg Indian football team welcoming in the Crater Comets for the final home game of the 2021 winter-spring season here at Finlay Field. It has been an interesting excursion trying to get through this season, and now we finally made our way to the final home game record of this year for Roseburg football. One more week to go after this. Hello, good evening, everyone. Welcome to Finlay Field on the campus of Roseburg High School. Tonight, we bring you the Roseburg Indian football team welcoming in the Crater Comets for the final home game of the 2021 winter-spring season here at Finlay Field. It has been an interesting excursion trying to get through this season, and now we finally made our way to the final home game record of this year for Roseburg football. One more week to go after this. Hello, good evening, everyone. Welcome to Finlay Field on the campus of Roseburg High School. Tonight, we bring you the Roseburg Indian football team welcoming in the Crater Comets for the final home game of the 2021 winter-spring season here at Finlay Field. It has been an interesting excursion trying to get through this season, and now we finally made our way to the final home game record of this year for Roseburg football. One more week to go after this. Hello, good evening, everyone. Welcome to Finlay Field on the campus of Roseburg High School. Tonight, we bring you the Roseburg Indian football team welcoming in the Crater Comets for the final home game of the 2021 winter-spring season here at Finlay Field. It has been an interesting excursion trying to get through this season, and now we finally made our way to the final home game record of this year for Roseburg football. One more week to go after this. Hello, good evening, everyone. Welcome to Finlay Field.
I am a nurse,
a firefighter,
a college student,
a mother,
and I am an American soldier.
I will always be ready
for every storm
and disaster that threatens my community.
I will always be there to protect my neighbors,
my family,
and my country.
We are the Army National Guard.
We are the Army National Guard.
We are the Army National Guard.
Visit nationalguard.com to learn more about part-time service.
Whew. Okay, if I do, I got nothing coming through there now. Welcome back to Finlay Field, everybody, for this Friday night contest between Roseburg and Crater. As we are counting down to kickoff, this is your Roseburg Disposal pregame show. Let them make the run to the dump for you. Call Roseburg Disposal at 673-7122. Here in the pregame show, we get a chance to catch up with head coach Dave Heiberger, and we take a look back at a little bit of last week and what may be the expectations for the final 2 weeks of the regular season. Here's the conversation I had a little bit earlier with head coach Dave Heiberger. We're 3 weeks in to your guys' season. I know you expected this to be a kind of a season of growth for you guys, a spring season, as you put it. Where do you feel like the team is at 3 weeks into this season now?
You know, still learning. Still, fixing things that pop up as we go, and then fixing new things. kids have been incredibly coachable throughout this. Still messing with some different schemes and things like that to see where they fit. And so, obviously we're still trying to tweak things to put them in better positions to make plays and take a look at see what we got for when we come back in the fall.
I know that winning games is definitely high on your list of priorities when you guys step on between the lines every Friday night, but how much are you kind of using this as a possibility of being able to also maybe test out, like you said, tweaking some things and maybe play around with different ideas as you guys get ready for what will be your fall season coming up later here in 2021?
Yeah, it's a big part of it. We're still planning and playing to win, obviously. So we're not sacrificing anything on that end. There's no excuses on that scoreboard. But we definitely want to make sure that we're giving kids an opportunity to show us what they can do and what they can do well. And sometimes it's what they can't do well and quit calling or stay away from asking them to do it. And so we're excited about the fact that they're playing incredibly hard. After every game, each coach is like, "Whoa, those guys play hard," and that's a compliment to those kids, and that's probably the best compliment. That they're playing hard, and it's showing that they love football and love being out there. And so we just got to continue to try to get them into better spots.
Looking back at last week as we talk with Coach Heiberger here, looking at the scoreboard obviously tells a certain story. Not able to be there with you guys for that game on that Friday night. So looking back at it, what was kind of the story of that game for the Roseburg Indians?
I thought we did a solid job against the run, considering what their run game is with that Brad kid. We've chased them out of their run package a little bit the last couple of years, and they throw a little bit more against us. Obviously, with Duper and Six not in there, we had some kids that we thought played really well for the situation they were put into in the defensive backfield. They obviously have what was horrible against them. Obviously, we were having to do some things on the front end to be able to slow down teams' running game, and that puts a lot of pressure on our defensive backs. And so, one step wrong by a defensive back shows up as a touchdown. But if people, look at the whole scheme of it, we're putting them in a position where we're not offering them a bunch of help because we're having to do everything we can to slow down a team's run game. So overall, as far as the kids playing and seeing what they're doing, we were pleased for where we're at, and pleased with the get back and watch film and see what we can help them out with.
What are you looking at as you guys get ready to host Crater this week?
They got some really good parts with a lot of game experience. You go back to, they're a year removed from playing in a state title game. A lot of those kids in blowout, some of their younger kids, when you are good like that, get a lot of fourth quarter action on a Friday night. You add on 4 extra games they played a year ago. They're an experienced group that expects to win when they step out on the field, and that's the one thing you can really see with them is their kids walk with a little bit of moxie and that they expect to win. And so that's obviously something every program strives for the kids to have that. And so they're definitely a formidable opponent. You looked at basically the bottom half of the Southwest Conference, and it's Crater, Thurston, South Eugene, Willamette. Those are all teams that used to be in this conference and that have all got down to 5A and all found some sort of forms of success that they've had. And so, it's a learning experience for our kids to get out there and play against a team that has had a lot of success and expects success.
Wrapping up here with you, Coach, you mentioned 2 weeks left and that you kind of touched a little bit on what you hope to see from your guys out there on the field. But as a coaching staff, what do you hope to accomplish over the final 2 weeks of this season that you guys have been getting the chance to have?
I'll get a strong hold on what our identity will look like for next fall. Kids can continue to fly around and compete, and that's kind of our thing is see what we got moving forward. And, obviously the freshmen will move up, the JVs will move up, and there'll be a lot of kids, and I think there'll be a lot of competition moving forward down the road for spots. And I think that'll be good for our practices and all that. So get everybody healthy through it and make sure that they get to play a game that they signed up to play.
Well, we thank head coach Dave Heiberger for his time here in the pregame show as we count down towards kickoff. Coming up, we will take a look at your starting lineups and keys to tonight's matchup as Roseburg hosts Crater. This is the Roseburg Disposal pregame show, streaming live online at 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM. Hey there, sports fans. Thanks for watching this local sporting event online at 541radio.com. Did you know there's more than one way to watch games online? You can watch games on your laptop or desktop computer, your tablet, or even your smartphone just by going to 541radio.com. But we also use YouTube to stream all of our video broadcasts, which means you could be watching this game on your big screen TV with a number of different streaming devices. You can stream our live YouTube broadcast through your PlayStation or Xbox gaming device, or through streaming devices like Google Chromecast, Apple TV, or Roku. There's plenty of ways to follow this live local sporting event. Plus, you can find past events archived on 1490 The Score's YouTube channel. Find us on YouTube and subscribe today to keep up with the latest in local sports coverage. Well, welcome back, everybody, here to Finlay Field. Joey Keyran here with you. Apologize about some early technical difficulties there with our audio. We did get those figured out, so happy about that. But sorry about that opening segment. It probably was a little disorienting. It was definitely here in the booth. Tonight, the Roseburg Indians get ready to host the Crater Comets. Final game of the season here at home for Roseburg. They will take on Springfield coming up next week as they wrap up this shortened season. Tonight, they honored the seniors for the cheerleading squad as well as the football team. Roseburg sending out one of two seniors to midfield for the coin toss here tonight. That is Alaric Call. He was a starter last year, and he's the most experienced returning guy on the roster for Roseburg. And he'll head out there for the coin toss along with Crater's Peyton Anhorn as we get ready to go for tonight's matchup. Well, we want to say thank you to some of our sponsors for tonight's contest. Roseburg Sports on The Score. They are brought to you by Cascade Community Credit Union, belong to Douglas County, and by DC Farmers Co-op, where everyone is welcome to shop. As we get ready to go here, Roseburg comes in 0-3 on the season. A couple of tough losses their last couple of games. They've faced off against some experienced programs in North Medford last week, Grants Pass, and South Medford as well. Crater comes in 2-2 on their season. For Crater, they have got a win over South Medford and a win over Eagle Point, but losses against Grants Pass and North Medford, although those losses each decided within a touchdown. So we have got an interesting matchup coming up here tonight. Can Roseburg start putting some pieces together as they get ready for the off-season? We'll come back, and we've got your kickoff coming up after this 2-minute break here on The Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 120,000 participants here in Oregon who take part in high school sports or activities.
I am a nurse.
a firefighter,
a college student,
a mother.
And I am an American soldier.
I will always be ready.
for every storm,
and disaster that threatens my community.
I will always be there to protect my neighbors,
my family,
and my country.
We are the Army National Guard.
We are the Army National Guard.
We are the Army National Guard.
Visit nationalguard.com to learn more about part-time service.
Buy one, get one free at the Roseburg Jiffy Lube. Buy one signature service oil change with Pennzoil at regular price through the end of March and receive a coupon for a second one free. That's a $43.99 value. The signature service oil change features up to 5 quarts conventional Pennzoil, a new spin-on filter, and a visual inspection of belts, brakes, tires, and wipers, plus fluid top-off and our 90-day top-off guarantee. Buy one signature service oil change, get one free through the end of March at the Roseburg Jiffy Lube next to Champion Car Wash.
Welcome back, everybody, here to Finlay Field as we get ready to go for tonight's matchup. Roseburg taking on Crater. Got a little worried we missed the national anthem somewhere in there and that we were going to be coming back a little late after the kickoff, but apparently we had our timing all a little askew here tonight on senior night, and the band just finishing up their national anthem as we get ready to kick off. Joey Kieran here with you. That was our Roseburg Disposal pregame show. Let them make the run of the dump for you. Call Roseburg Disposal at 673-7122. Roseburg will be back to receive the kickoff from Crater. Crater in white tops with black numbers on the back outlined in orange. Black pants for the Comets. Roseburg in the black jerseys, orange numbers on the back outlined in white. Kickoff away from Anhorn will go deep into the end zone. Received there by Logan Klopfenstein. It'll come out to the 20 for Roseburg. So we are underway here. Roseburg's offense coming out onto the field for the first time here tonight. Roseburg with 12 minutes on the board will start at their own 20-yard line. It's always a question on who's going to come out for Roseburg at quarterback, and it will be the sophomore, Evan Corbin. Last week, a tough week offensively for Roseburg. No touchdowns last week. First game that they did not get a score in the end zone. Evan Corbin last week was 3 for 13, throwing 32 yards. No scores. He did not turn the ball over, though. He'll start in shotgun with 2 backs to either side of him for the first down play from the 20. Looking to pass. He'll go out into the flats to Landon Duper. It was caught just right short of the 25-yard line. They don't really give him much of his forward momentum. He'll get out to the 23-yard line on the completion. First pass completion of the night for Roseburg. And Duper picking up 3 yards on that one last week. Landon Duper, a DNP, did not play for Roseburg. Now back from that brief injury. Second down and 7 for the Tribe here as they get this evening's game started. A beautiful night here in the Umpqua Basin this evening. Corbin dropping back, looking to pass. Going to go downfield this time to Duper. He was open, and he'll make the catch. Dropping it in the bucket, Landon Duper goes out at the 35-yard line on Crater's half of the field. Roseburg stretching it downfield. A beautiful arcing pass by Corbin, and it'll flip the field here. Roseburg into Crater territory. And they'll quickly go back to it. Running up the middle, Klopfenstein gets some room to move, and he's down to the 20 on the carry. That'll be a pickup of 15, and Roseburg's offense coming out looking like a completely different animal here to start tonight's contest. That completion through the air. That would be a 42-yard pass completion from Corbin to Duper. They'll toss it out into the flats for Klopfenstein. He gets back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on that play. They do put him right back at the line. Fourth play of the drive for Roseburg. Second down and 10. They'll toss it out quickly to the sideline. And a streaker down the sideline for Colton Marsters. Marsters will have his first catch. He moves it down to the 15-yard line. That'll be a pickup of 5 on second down, giving Roseburg third down and 5. They are moving quick here on this opening possession. Corbin will set up in shotgun, ball on the left hash mark. To his right is Scholes. Throws out into the flats. Klopfenstein tries to make one cut and get upfield. He'll be short of the first down marker. Needed to get to the 10. He's down to the 12, and it'll be 4th and 2. Another pass play. Roseburg going pass heavy here to start. 53 yards already through the air for Corbin. And now decision time on 4th and 2 for Roseburg here in the first quarter. Clock ticking down to 9:42 to go here in the first quarter. Opening drive of the contest. Roseburg in the red zone, going for it on 4th down. Ball on the right hash mark. They need 2 to get to the 10. Trying to get Crater to jump. They stay onside. Corbin. Miscommunication on the play, and Roseburg will not be able to convert. He looked to hand it off, and Klopfenstein was not there for the handoff. He was the running back on the right side. It was Scholes on the other side, and Schultz, he stayed home looking to block. Klopfenstein looked like he was motioning to the left side. Corbin turned to his right to hand it off, and no one was home. And so on the carry, the ball goes back actually 1 yard to the 13. And Corbin will lose 1 on the 4th down carry. And Roseburg turns it over on downs. Crater's offense will come out with 9:20 to go here in the first quarter. Ball starting on their own 12. Leading the offense out will be senior quarterback Blake Eaton, described to me as one of the best quarterbacks in the quote-unquote league this year for these teams. Hands it off on the first play. Running hard is Cameron Kramer. Senior running back goes around the right edge, carries a couple of defenders taking contact and looking like he likes it. Goes around that right side of the offense out to the 17 is where they will give him the spot. For Kramer, that'll be a 5-yard pickup as Crater comes out for their first possession. 8:49 to go first quarter. Eaton looking to pass on a short route. The out route caught for the tight end. And this is Jaden Flegel, the senior, 5'11", 190 pounds, making the first catch of the night. That ball goes out to the 20, a pickup of 3, and it'll be 3rd down and 2. And on the left hash mark, Crater coming out, looking to convert and keep their drive going. Schultz showing blitz, will back up. Roseburg's 3-man front, trying to get in the backfield. We'll run through more of your starters here. Looking to pass, quick, out to the right side, complete, caught. Should be enough for the first down. Staying on his feet, stretching for an extra yard is Peyton Anhorn. In coverage was Logan Klopfenstein. First down reception for Anhorn. Takes the ball out to the 27. Through the air, 7 yards on the completion. Eaton up to 10 on 2 completions so far. First down and 10, right hash mark, ball at the Crater 27. Shotgun snap with the man to his left, looking to go down, deep downfield over the middle, and it's off the hands of Peyton Anhorn. He had beaten Marsters deep, had the distance between him and the defender, and he just didn't look it in. Peyton Anhorn was right there and could have had an easy 6 points. Instead, it's an incompletion off of his fingertips. And now it'll be 2nd down and 10 for the Comets. Again on the right hash mark. Bunch triangle formation wide to the left. They'll set up a screen. Pressure coming. Roseburg doesn't pick it up. Now it's a call that'll get in for the stop. He'll get it just in time before getting to the 35-yard line. The receiver for Crater is Caden Lassiter. Lassiter takes it out to the 34. That is going to be 3 yards shy. Pickup of 7 on the screen, and it's 3rd down and 4. Third down attempt here once again for Crater. They'll turn, hand it off, running up the middle, stuffed at the line of scrimmage, and Lassiter will go nowhere. Roseburg's defense will come up with the stop at the line of scrimmage, and in their own territory, it could be the punt unit coming out for Crater. Early stand for Roseburg's defense. On the carry there Lassiter only back to the line of scrimmage. So 4th down, the punt unit will come out. It's Eaton, the quarterback that does the punting. So be careful. Always tricky when you've got the quarterback back there to try and kick. Snap to him good. He has his time. He'll get the boot away. Carson Dunn to return. Starts at his own 30. Makes one cut. Took some contact, but the rest of the punt coverage team there to get him. Hangs on to the football. And Roseburg will have it after the defense comes up with a stand. Both teams with a possession so far. Still 0-0 on the scoreboard with 6:13 to go. First quarter. Quick moving so far. Roseburg starting at their own 35-yard line. Offense out for a second time. Evan Corbin let him out the first time. He'll lead him out again. 6'2", 175 pounds. Sets up under center, I formation behind him. He'll toss it to the deep back. That's Klopfenstein again, running right side, and nothing really opened up. He had Garrett Schultz blocking for him as the fullback, but nothing really opened up. They don't get back to the line of scrimmage, only to the 34 on the carry by Klopfenstein. It'll be a loss of 1. For this defense for Crater, up along that front line, you've got William Voigt, a first-team All-League selection, playing at that left end. In the middle, Justin Bream. And a mystery number 52. He was not on my roster. I was looking him up before. Pass near sideline. Had a man open, Duper, but the pass more towards the sideline as Duper curled back towards the hash mark. And the pass off the mark. A penalty flag is out on the play. They look towards the sideline, talking with Crater's team captain, and they will decide whether or not to accept this penalty. You got to imagine they will. It looks the initial signal is holding. Roseburg football tonight brought to you by Good Vibration Solutions for home theater and automotive audio. You can feel it at Good Vibes. They do call the holding penalty against Roseburg's offensive lineman. And so that'll back up Roseburg. 5:33 to go after the penalty. Roseburg back at their own 21. They'll set up a screen, trying to make his way through the middle, a couple of yards out to the 25. The pass to Call picks up 4. Evan Corbin, after the penalty negated his last incompletion, Corbin has been very accurate so far. 5 for 5 through the air for Roseburg. 5:05 and counting here in this first quarter, still scoreless, and Roseburg facing 3rd down and 19. They've got to get the ball out to the 45-yard line, and they are at their own 25. A wobbly pass as he's hit as he throws. Corbin's toss out to Klopfenstein will not get there. Klopfenstein was open. If that pass had more mustard on it, maybe a chance to get there, but it falls short, and Roseburg will send out the punt team. Roseburg at their own 25. Dawson Gillespie out to kick. He has done a good job punting for Roseburg, his rugby style. Kick will take a hop near the 45, rolls Roseburg's direction, past the 40, down to the 38, 39-yard line. And that is where Crater, out near midfield, their best position of the night as they get the ball for the second time. Beautiful night here in the Umpqua Basin tonight. Sun starting to set, some hazy clouds overhead. 64 tonight, as it has been warm like spring conditions here in the Umpqua Basin the last couple of days. Can't ask for much better, except for it is unfortunately going to be looking at a little bit of possibility of rain over the next couple of days. Offense comes back out for Crater. Eaton in shotgun with Kramer to his right, stays in to block, looking to pass on the in route on the far side. It's caught across the 50 for the Comets. The completion goes to Dawson Douglas, the senior, 6'1", 190 pounds in coverage. Marsters in there, along with Braden Steinacre, I believe, one of the other guys to come away from that pile late. First down completion for Crater. The pass Moves him up to the Roseburg 47-yard line. That's a 14-yard pickup through the air. Looking to pass again. Eaton going deep downfield, has a man there. Caught! Touchdown! Crater. Great coverage, it looked like, by Marsters, but Douglas able to get the edge, and a beautifully placed ball by Blake Eaton. They go to the house, 47 yards on the TD pass, and Crater will take the early 6-0 lead on top of Roseburg. Can't execute it much better than that. Just beautifully placed with that ball. And a 47-yard touchdown pass will put Blake Eaton at 78 yards so far on the night. Douglas picking up his first 2 catches of the evening back-to-back. And now Eaton will come out for the place-kicking duties. Blake Eaton will come out to kick it through. Right-footed kicker. Spot is down, and he will punch it through the uprights. 7-0 your score after the 47-yard touchdown strike from Blake Eaton to Dawson Douglas. Crater on top as we continue on. 4:17 to go in the first quarter. Right here on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
General Contractors, formerly known as RE Noah, are the experts in industrial and commercial construction. With over 50 years of combined experience, Renco General Contractors is Douglas County's building leader when it comes to commercial construction. From turnkey construction from the ground up, tenant improvements to seismic upgrades, Renco is an authorized metal building dealer dedicated to providing our community the highest quality structures. They also specialize in steel fabrication and welding. Call Renco today. There's no job that's too big or too small. Build your success with Renco.
Back here at Finlay Field, Crater taking the early lead on the completion from Eaton to Douglas. And then Eaton with the extra point, making it 7-0. Roseburg football tonight brought to you by Mahalo Heating and Air Conditioning. Get 0% financing for 72 months on approved credit now at Mahalo Heating and Air Conditioning. Kickoff away, high end over end kick will go to the 6-yard line. On the return is Call around the far edge. Someone going for his feet, gets him up in the air as he crosses the 25. Started to look like a wall was forming for him. I got excited for a moment thinking he might have a chance to get to the sideline and break free. But Crater will collect him. And Call gets it out to the 28-yard line. And that's where Roseburg will have the football with 4:11 to go. Only a 30-second drive by Crater. Needed 2 plays to cover. 2 plays to cover 61 yards on that last drive before the touchdown. Roseburg, Corbin out there. They'll run left side over the tackle. And a nice gain on first down out to the 30. Will pick up of 2.5 for Logan Klopfenstein. They'll spot the ball at the 30-yard line exactly. Pickup of 2 for Klopp. They'll run quick again, running left side once again behind that left side of the offensive line. And Klopfenstein getting short yardage for a second consecutive run. And Roseburg now, after a couple of running plays, will face 3rd down and long. They went to the air early, but now settling for the ground game. Roseburg will bring in Ben Pike. No, he goes off the field. Dawson Gillespie came on. In shotgun, you've got Schultz and Klopfenstein to either side of Corbin looking to pass. Pressure coming on the backside. He throws it out into the flats intended for Colton Marshers and just a little outside of his reach. In coverage, you had a linebacker out there that might have disrupted the attention, might have even gotten a finger on it. And Roseburg will go 3 and out on their 3rd possession of the night, sending the punt unit back out there. Going run early, didn't work out for Roseburg. Gillespie will get a punt away. Nice booming kick, averaged over 30 yards a kick last week. Taken by Anhorn. He's using some speed to get to the far side. And he will almost get to the 50 before Roseburg's able to bring him down. He will stay on his feet, churns for a couple more yards, and gets with the nose of the football to the 50-yard line. A return of 17 yards on the punt return there for Peyton Anhorn, setting Crater up with a short field. Only 50 yards to go with 2:57 to play here in the first quarter. It's a 7-0 lead. Crater on top, scoring in 2 plays on their last drive in only 30 seconds. Offense back out there for the Comets. Eaton in shotgun with Angel Perez to his left. Rolls out to his left, looking downfield. Hit as he throws, and it's short, intended for Peyton Anhorn. A penalty flag comes out in the backfield. The only man back there for Roseburg would be Garrett Schultz. He was the one putting pressure on Eaton. I'll wait for the flag here. It is a penalty on Crater. They're going to replay the down, back them up. The Comets moving deeper into their own territory. The penalty flag was spotted at the 42-yard line, and they will move it down to the 32. 10-yard penalty on the hold from the spot of the foul. First penalty for the Comets. From the spot of the foul, they take it back 10 yards, but from the line of scrimmage, that's an 18-yard loss. First down and 28 with 2:52 to go first quarter. Ball in the middle of the field. Roseburg sending some pressure. Gillespie blitzing, gets a hand up in the passing lane. The pass completed to the tight end. Thrown out of bounds is Flegel. Out at the 39-yard line, a pickup of 7. Eaton continues to be efficient through the air. 6 of 7 on the night, 85 yards total. For Flegel, that is his second catch of the evening. Second and 21, Looking to throw. Eaton rolling to his right, has the pocket protected. Throw out towards the 50, caught by Dawson Douglas. In coverage was Marsters, bringing him down, hanging on for dear life to make sure Douglas did not escape. They get him to the 49. It's a pickup of 10, and it makes it 3rd down and 11, having to make up the big penalty distance. Crater chipping away at it. 95 yards through the air so far for Douglas, much of that coming on a 47-yard touchdown pass last possession for the Comets. 2:07 to play first quarter. Looking to pass after the play action. To the far side, finds the man open in the zone. It's Flegel again. The tight end settling in between defenders will move the chains down to the Roseburg 38-yard line. So they convert on the 3rd down attempt. That is a 13-yard completion for the first down. In shotgun, alone back there. Eaton pump fakes left, goes right on the short bubble screen, and right up the seam goes Douglas as he will get it inside the 30. Bubbled back out at the wide receiver position, then right up the hash mark, takes it to the 29. This has been all pass so far for Eaton. They have really relied on his arm on this drive. That's a 9-yard completion, 2nd down and 1. They will go with a trick play here. The double handoff running right side. Anhorn with it, gets the first down, then wrapped up and across the sideline out of bounds on the far side to the 20. He'll pick up 9. They go with the sweep one direction, hand it back off, go in the other direction, and they will convert. Crater marching into Roseburg territory, 1:09 to play. On the carry was Anhorn, picking up those 9 yards. In shotgun with a man to his left, that's Lassiter. Now nobody opening up, going to take off and run, gets hit at the 20. Coming up to make the stop, Alaric call on the scramble by Eaton. And he gains just minimal yardage down to the 19 on the scramble. 1-yard pickup for the quarterback. Over 100 yards passing already on the night. This drive, pass, run, but the last one was a designed pass. Down to 34 seconds to play in the first quarter. Crater leading 7-0 here from Finlay Field on this Friday night. Move a man in motion. That is Anhorn. Fake it to him. Pass to the left side, and miscommunication there. Eaton's pass well off the mark. Intended to the left side to Dylan Ennis. 23 seconds to go with the clock stopped on the incompletion. Makes it 3rd down and 8. A chance for Roseburg to force a 4th down attempt possibly. They're getting in far enough that you might think they'd do it, although Craters, Blake Eaton with the extra point looked pretty solid kicking that one. Ball on the right hash mark. Eaton in shotgun. He's got Perez to his left. Roseburg sending a blitz from the right side. They put pressure in, going towards the end zone. A push and knock down. Touchdown! Crater found a way to get it. And the Comets will get another score before the first quarter comes to an end. It was Dylan Ennis. I thought that ball got knocked down by the Roseburg defense. It was hanging in the air. But the pass somehow finds its way through into the hands of Dylan Ennis. And Eaton with his second touchdown pass of the night. Yeah, that just went swiping at it. The defender just could not quite get a hand on it, and it makes its way through. TD pass from 19 yards out. Eaton out there to put the PAT through, and he will. Touchdown Crater on a pretty spectacular play in the back corner of the end zone. It makes it 14-0, 16.9 to go in the first quarter. A 30-second break back after this here on The Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Get one free at the Roseburg Jiffy Lube. Buy one signature service oil change at regular price and receive a coupon for a second one free. That's a $43.99 value. The Signature Service Oil Change features up to 5 quarts conventional Pennzoil, a new spin-on filter, and a visual inspection of belts, brakes, tires, and wipers, plus fluid top-off and a 90-day top-off guarantee. Buy one Signature Service Oil Change with Pennzoil, get one free now at the Roseburg Jiffy Lube, next to Champion Car Wash.
Well, a pretty spectacular play there for the Crater Comets. I don't know. I watched the replay. I've got the YouTube video up that we have streaming light right now. I watched it. It's a little bit delayed. I went back to watch that to see how it worked out. I don't know how that pass got through. But Blake Eaton with a prayer to the end zone connects with Dylan Ennis for the score from 19 yards out. The PAT made it a 14-0 score with 16.9 to go here in the first. Klopfenstein will take the kickoff at the 5, comes to the near side. One man to beat at the sideline. A stiff arm will get him free out to the 30. In coverage was Cameron Kramer, but a great return from the 5 out to the 30. A 25-yard pickup for Roseburg on the return by Klopfenstein. We'll actually give him the 31, so make it a 26-yard return there for Klopp. Want to say welcome to any of our fans from Central Point watching tonight for the Crater Comets. We appreciate you tuning in and joining us on the video stream here, presented by Renco General Contractors. 10.7 seconds to go in the first quarter. Roseburg will run it right side with Logan Klopfenstein. He'll pick up 4 out to the 35-yard line, and that will wrap up this first quarter clock. At the end of one period, it is Crater leading 14-0. We'll come back with your second quarter after this 60-second break. This is Roseburg football, streaming online at 541radio.com. Thanks to Renco General Contractors, and right here on Douglas County's Home for Sports, The Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
I am a nurse,
A firefighter.
A college student.
A mother.
and I am an American soldier.
I will always be ready.
For every storm
and disaster that threatens my community.
I will always be there to protect my neighbors,
My family.
And my country.
We are the Army National Guard.
We are the Army National Guard.
We are the Army National Guard.
Visit nationalguard.com to learn more about part-time service.
Welcome back, everybody, here to Finlay Field. After one quarter of play, it is Crater leading 14-0 over Roseburg. First play of the second quarter is caught. It's Alaric Call with the catch out to the 45, and that's going to be a first down for Roseburg. Out there leading things for Roseburg. Still Evan Corbin at the quarterback position. His first completion after a couple of incompletions in his last couple of attempts. That pass going for 10 yards to Alaric Call, his second catch of the night. Roseburg will run, looking for the pass to the right side on the play. And Corbin will connect with Call again, this time to the 50. A connection of 5 yards on the second straight completion. Second down and 5 for Roseburg. They go with the I formation. Under center is Corbin. He turns and hands it, running right up the middle. Klopfenstein trying to follow his blockers, and just nothing opened up for him. As Crater will fill the front line. They actually push it back to the 49 on Roseburg's half of the field, so a loss of 1 for Klopfenstein. Second quarter here, 1 minute ticked away so far. Roseburg facing now third down and 4. Looking to pass. Oh, the pass was there, but some tight coverage by Crater. Eric Rodriguez in coverage, getting a hand in to disrupt the attempt by Landon Duper. And that ball falls to the turf. I thought that they had backed it up into Roseburg's territory. It's the 49 on Crater's half of the field, so it was a 1-yard pickup for Klopfenstein. And now it's 4th down and 4, and Roseburg will punt. Gillespie will kick it towards the far sideline. It'll take a Roseburg bounce, picked up by Anhorn. He tries to return it. He'll get to the 20. Only picking up a couple of yards on the punt return. 10:45 to go. First quarter action here, first half action, second quarter. And Crater will start with the football out at their own 20-yard line. Roseburg football tonight here on The Score, brought to you by Fisher's Hearth and Home, serving Douglas County for over 30 years with the largest selection of wood, gas, pellet, and electric stoves and fireplaces in the area. Crater's offense back on the field. They've scored their last 2 drives, leading them to this 14-0 lead here in the second quarter. Eaton in shotgun with a man to his right, moves a man in motion from left to right. Delayed handoff on the counter, and running up the middle is Cameron Kramer. The senior back gets across the 20, just barely across the line of scrimmage. Only a pickup of 1 for Kramer on his second carry of the night. For Roseburg, their defensive line up front, you've got Drake Campbell up there, Tiger Black. Linebackers, Schultz and Steinacre, Gillespie and Call. At the safety, you've got Dunn, and Call will blitz from the right side. They pick it up. Pass to the near side is caught by the tight end. He was left all by himself out there as Roseburg tried to send some pressure, and the back end unable to cover everybody. And picking up good yardage is Flagel. He'll move the chains for a first down out to the 32-yard line, a pickup of 11 on the pass completion. Roseburg, Coach Heiberger telling us they will work hard to try and take away the run, and that sometimes leaves their secondary on an island. This time they go with the sweep to the far side, not going to pick up the first down. The carry, Ennis on that carry, will not make it to the edge. He gets brought down at the line of scrimmage, no gain, as Roseburg's defense comes up stout. 9:44 to go here in the second quarter. Crater leading at 14-0. Shotgun snap, fake the handoff, going downfield, the man wide open. It's Flagel. Duper going to catch him from behind. He had to wait for the pass. If that one hits him in stride, he's gone to the house. But another big play here in the second quarter. Flegel down that far sideline. Duper got caught looking in the backfield, and his man got behind him. They take it to the 30 on the other half of the field, which is going to make that a 38-yard completion. 166 yards on the night for quarterback Blake Eaton. First down and 10 in Roseburg territory, passing near side. His receiver didn't notice that ball coming soon enough. It was Peyton Anhorn. Got only one hand up on it, incomplete. We'll stop the clock. Second down and 10 with 9:03 to go second quarter. Crater threatening to stretch a 14-0 lead over the Roseburg Indians. It has not been much working so far offensively for Roseburg, but it has been working better than it did last week when they managed just 37 yards of total offense and no touchdowns. Right now it's Crater's offense on the field. Second down and 10 from the Roseburg 30 on the left hash mark. Handed off, sidestep a defender, and into the secondary. Roseburg, the angle's just not there. Weaving through traffic goes Lassiter for the touchdown. Caden Lassiter, the junior, will run it to the house from 30 yards out. Third touchdown score here in the first half for Crater. And the Comets starting to pull away. Roseburg's going to need to respond and respond soon if they plan on staying in this game. Down right now 20-0 here in the second with 8:54 to go in the first half. It'll be the foot of Blake Eaton to try and make it 21-0. The holder is Douglas, and the kick is up and through. 30-yard touchdown run from Caden Lassiter. His second carry of the night goes to the house as he weaves his way through traffic. Roseburg trails 21-0, getting the ball when we come back with 8:54 to go in the first half after this 30-second break here on The Score. 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
At Current Orthodontics, we stand out because of the smiles and the excitement that we create. A beautiful smile can really make a huge impact in someone's life. Our main goal is we also want you to be able to walk down the street and have your neighbors say, "Hey, where did you get that great smile?" And for you to be able to say, "At Current Orthodontics."
Back here at Roseburg High School, where tonight the Indians on senior night trying to hang with Crater, down 21-0 after a 30-yard touchdown run by Caden Lassiter. Kicking left to right will go Crater. It is Tony Perez that'll boot it all the way to the 1-yard line, and stepping shy of the goal line was Logan Klopfenstein, and the C's part right up the middle for Klopfenstein. He takes it all the way out to the 35-yard line on the return. That is a 35-yard return for Roseburg's Logan Klopfenstein. But the Tribe has work to do. Trailing 21-0 to Crater with now 8:49 to go here in the first half. We will take a look at some stats, unofficial stat numbers coming up at halftime. Evan Corbin looking to pass, going to go deep downfield, a one-on-one with Landon Duper. In coverage, Eric Rodriguez, and the pass just not quite on target downfield for Duper. Ran a pretty decent route, looked like he had a window, but Corbin couldn't squeeze it in. Incompletion. For Evan Corbin, who has been at quarterback all night. Dominic Tatone got time last week, but it has been all Corbin so far tonight. Handoff to Klopfenstein. They do not fool Crater. And it'll be right back to the line of scrimmage. for Roseburg, and it's going to be 3rd down and 10. They'll move call from right to left. Under center goes Corbin. I formation behind him. Fake the handoff. Pressure coming around the edge, and Roseburg's tackle couldn't pick it up. Spun down to the turf by Caden Lassiter. First team All-League selection at a linebacker last year for this Crater team, and he gets into the backfield to sack Evan Corbin back to the 30. Got around on the edge past Roseburg's front line, and the Tribe will have to punt it away. Back to the 30. 5-yard loss on that sack. A kick goes out of bounds, and a penalty flag at the very end of the play. Dawson Gillespie booted that one away, but he had gotten too steep of an angle out of bounds, did not gain much yardage. I don't even know if it crossed the 50, but a penalty flag out. We will see what this is about. Whitecap talking towards Roseburg sideline. It's a first down for Roseburg. The penalty against Crater. I didn't see any hand motions other than a first down and against Crater. It kind of sounded like maybe he said too many men on the field, which I guess might have helped, but it would have to be an automatic first down or a 15-yard penalty because Roseburg was facing 4th down and 14. And it seems like some confusion on the field. They needed a football, I guess. They are going to mark the ball at the 40-yard line. Yeah, which wouldn't have been enough for a first down on the original line of scrimmage. But the Crater penalty. Now they move it out to the 45-yard line. So they will give it a 15-yard penalty against Crater there. All right, 7:44 to go after the confusion there. Roseburg's offense still on the field. Get it back after the penalty by the Comets. Hand it off. Call, going to try and stretch it. Defense closing quickly. He cannot escape. Crater's defense right there at the line of scrimmage, shedding their blocks and not giving Alaric Call any room to move. And Call will get right back to the line of scrimmage at the 45. No gain on first down, 2nd and 10. First carry of the night for Alaric Call. Last week he had 1 carry for 3 yards. Alaric Call and Logan Kloffenstein led the team in yardage last week with 18 yards total for each of them. Does explain not a stellar week for Roseburg last week, but they are trying to continue to improve on things going into their offseason. Corbin in shotgun will move a man in motion. That's Kloffenstein. Late handoff. No, that's Kloffenstein. It was Gillespie in motion. Kloffenstein on the fake. Goes right up the middle. Gets across the 45, but only by a yard. He'll pick up 1. And that'll make it 3rd down and 9. Clock running to 6:30 to go here in the first half. Coming up, we'll have your Cooper's Pest Control halftime show, so stick around for a recap of the first half, unofficial first half statistics for the individuals, and plenty more. Tonight's game brought to you by Flyaway Travel. Contact their travel experts at 672-5701. Corbin blitz coming. Roseburg picks it up. They get it out in the flats to Kloffenstein across the 50, stretching for the first down. He gets to the 45. That should be enough to move the chains. And Roseburg picks up the blitz long enough to give Corbin enough time to get the ball out. And Kloffenstein, realizing he had some space, able to make the play, getting it across to the 45 on Crater's half of the field. That'll be a pickup of 9. Just enough for the first down. This time running up the middle, had some space, got across the line of scrimmage, picked up about 3 for Kloffenstein. He'll get some space, but it's not usually a ton. And these linebackers for Crater, last year a strength for this Crater team is they made a run all the way to the 5A state title game back in 2019. Their linebackers were a big-time strength. They graduated some of them, They still have a few left, like Caden Lassiter out there. And the linebacker crew really a strength for this defense. They stare towards the sideline as Roseburg breaks the huddle down to the 42, a pickup of 3 on that run by Klopp. In an I formation under center is Corbin. Klopfenstein, the deep man, will follow Schultz. He just didn't pick the right side around the block. Schultz got his man squared up, held him enough. Klopfenstein needed to read the block and figure out which way, left or right, around the fullback that he wanted to go a little bit faster. And that'll be something as he continues to work into this running back position. Started out more as a wide receiver this season, only a junior. As he continues to learn that position, probably a read that he'll be able to make a little bit faster and might be able to pick up a couple more yards on that run. As it is, he picks up 1 to the Crater 41-yard line. Split backs to either side of Corbin. Looks right, looks left. Now he's going to take it off and run. Somebody got an arm on him, and that got him stumbling enough as he falls across the 40 to the 39-yard line. A pickup of 2. Looked like he might have had a little bit extra space there, but he got hung up on that defender's arm. And now Roseburg's going to have 4th down and 4. 2 yards on that carry on the scramble by Corbin. 4:03 to go here in the first half. Corbin looking to pass. Right side, ball tipped at the line of scrimmage, falls to the turf. Diving Craters. Caden Lassiter wanted that pick, but he couldn't get to it. It's a turnover on downs either way. Roseburg will give it back to Crater with 3:58 to go in the first half. Crater starts at their own 39-yard line. Second possession of the second quarter. They scored on a 30-yard touchdown run by Caden Lassiter the last time they had the football. They bring it back out. They've got 61 yards to try and cover here in this second quarter with 3:58 to play. Already leading 21-0 are the Comets. 3-man front for Roseburg. Blitz, Gillespie on the wrong side. They run away from it. Bumping into the backfield. Alaric Call in coverage. Duper comes in to help, and they will run. Angel Perez out of bounds on the far sideline. It'll be a loss of yardage on first down for Crater. Back to the 37. Going backwards 2 yards on the carry. First carry of the night for Perez. 3:33 and counting. Roseburg football brought to you by the Smile Station, your destination for an aesthetically crafted smile. They move a man in motion. Crater, pump fake out to him. Now going to go to the near sideline. Marsters in coverage. Intercepted! Roseburg will come away with the pick. And the first takeaway of the night for the Roseburg Indians comes on a clean pick by Colton Marsters. He was able to just find it in coverage here on the near sideline. And he had just beat the defender. Takes it away. Interception by Blake Eaton. And that will be Roseburg football. Colton Marsters gives it back to Roseburg with 3:15 to go. Great play on the defensive side. Roseburg starting out at their own 33. They're going to go down the near sideline, trying to get it right back into the hands of Marsters, but overthrown by Corbin. Marsters kind of had the edge on that near sideline, racing one-on-one on the go route. Ball just a little overthrown. And keep in mind, on the other side, we were talking about Logan Klopfenstein getting more experience running the ball, reading those blocks to find some extra space and make the quicker move. For Evan Corbin, he's only a sophomore. He will find more of that touch as things continue on. Klopfenstein with some words with Corbin before he spreads out to the slot on the right side. They'll move Gillespie in motion. They're going to set up the screen to Klopp. He bobbles it a bit, but he's able to bring it in and then eludes a defender. He'll get it out to the 38-yard line. pickup of 5 on the pass completion. So it'll make it 3rd down and 5. Pfaffenstein, his 3rd catch of the night, 17 yards total. 2:34 and counting. Roseburg at their own 38-yard line. Got to get to the 43. Pressure coming, running away from it. Downfield. It would have been a really tight window to get it into Dawson Gillespie. Ball tipped as it was thrown as well. But that was going to be a tight window there with a couple of defenders downfield trying to throw through it. And Corbin's pass falls incomplete. So that will send the punt unit back out after the interception. Roseburg unable to get much momentum, but they did get the takeaway. Could try and now back up Crater deeper into their half of the field. Roseburg football here on The Score, also presented by Tim's Appliance at the corner of Lane and South Stevens in Roseburg. 0% financing always available. The kick by Gillespie will take a great Roseburg roll down inside the 20, and they will stop it at the 19-yard line. The kick away will back up Crater deep in their own territory. 2:16 to play here in the first half. Crater with the ball inside their own 20-yard line, sending Blake Eaton back out there after his interception thrown on his 15th pass attempt of the night. This is the first meeting between these two teams since 2013. They used to be league opponents back in the day. There was a window where they didn't play. And Crater has just one win against Roseburg in the last 27 years. That came in 2012. They're looking for a second one here as they lead 21-0. First pass intended for Dylan Ennis is incomplete for Blake Eaton. Last time the Crater got a win against Roseburg was 2012, 34-14. Again, that was the only win against Roseburg since 1994. There was a stretch about 6 years there that they didn't play each other. So Roseburg really dominated this matchup in the past. Pass out to the far side for Eaton is complete to Ennis. Dylan Ennis with his second catch of the night does have a touchdown of 19 yards. This ball going to be spotted at the 27. It's a pickup of 8. 3rd down and 2. They go on the out route to the tight end. Caught in coverage. Gillespie hugging him from the backside, but he drags him. Flegel will move the chains as he takes it out to the 38. That is a pickup of 11 on the pass. So back-to-back completions will move the chains here for Crater. Eaton in shotgun. Roseburg going to send a blitz. Picked up well, but Tiger Black into the backfield, but not soon enough. The pass gets away, and it is Peyton Anhorn on the catch. Alaric Call in coverage. The ball gets out to the 49. And that's another 11-yard pickup for Crater on that pass completion. And a timeout down on the field. It is taken by the Crater Comets, leading 21-0 here in the first half with a 1:11 still to go. Crater calling the timeout. When they come back out, it'll be 1st and 10. Roseburg football here on 541radio.com and streaming on the Score YouTube channel is presented by Renco General Contractors. They specialize in industrial and commercial construction, so whether you're building from scratch or maybe it's time to expand or remodel your current building, at Renco, there's no job that's too big or too small. Build your success with Renco. Big night going here for Blake Eaton. He's over 200 yards already. He's got 215 by my tally. On 15 of 19 passing. He'll drop back to throw here on 1st and 10. The big righty throwing to the far side, and his receivers did not run the same route he was expecting them to do. Nobody really in the vicinity of that pass. Both coming back towards the line of scrimmage was Ennis and Flegel. They both turned back towards the line looking for the pass, and the ball sails over the heads of both of them. Incompletion there. 15 for 20 now through the air for Blake Eaton. He's got the 2 touchdowns. So far, 21-0. Crater in front of Roseburg. Ball on the right hash mark, 2nd and 10 from the Crater 49. Blitz coming, they get away with it fast enough. Go the short route, caught, and blockers in front to give plenty of space. A stiff arm will get him free, and to the house. Another touchdown here in the first half for the Comets. A TD pass of 51 yards tonight. The 3rd of the game so far for Blake Eaton. This time he connects with Dawson Douglas. Douglas will have his 2nd touchdown catch of the evening. He's got a 47-yarder and a 51-yarder now as Crater starting to pull away up by 4 scores. 27-0, pending the extra point. It'll be Eaton to kick it through. Dawson, the guy, it's the connection right there. Eaton kicking, Dawson Douglas holding. That was your touchdown connection. The snap good, placement down, kick is away, and it is true. 28-0 the score. Crater in front of Roseburg with 55 seconds to go in the first half. We'll take a quick 30-second break and wrap up this first half of action for you from Roseburg High School. This is Roseburg football, streaming at 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
At Brook Communications, our job is to get results for your business, period. We can take your story and tell it to the people you want to reach in a way that compels first-time clients to become repeat customers. We get them through your door so you can do what you were meant to do. Proclaim your sales message to the largest audience of any media company in Douglas County. Brook Communications dominates through the power of 5 radio stations and 541radio.com. Results amplified. Locally owned. Brook Communications.
Well, over 260 yards passing tonight for Blake Eaton. He's got 3 touchdowns in the first half, 2 of them to Dawson Douglas, who's got 131 yards receiving. 56 seconds to go here in the first half. Tony Perez will kick it deep for Crater. Alaire Call will take it at the 5. Coming up the near sideline, a couple of blockers in front of him. He bounces off of one tackler, now gets thrown out of bounds on the near sideline. Just shy of the 25-yard line. Put him down at the 24. A man slow to get up for Crater. That is Eric Rodriguez, but he will get up and he will make his way back to the far sideline. He's going to call for a sub on the defensive side of the ball. Roseburg with it at their own 24-yard line, facing a 28-0 deficit with 50 seconds to go in the first half of tonight's ball game. And a timeout called down on the field. We'll keep it right here, getting ready for your Cooper's Pest Control halftime show. That'll be Crater taking another timeout here in the first half. Roseburg football this evening brought to you by Current Orthodontics. A healthy, attractive smile means confidence inside and out. Call Dr. Peterson at 541-672-5721. And tonight's contest brought to you by Barnes Heating and Cooling, your complete energy company. Visit barnesheatingandcooling.com or call 541-459-1545. Roseburg High School sports streaming on 541radio.com and on the Score YouTube channel is presented by Renco General Contractors. Tomorrow we've got Roseburg girls soccer for you coming up here on the Score, or on 541radio.com, I should say. So tune in for that coming up tomorrow afternoon. Roseburg girls soccer against South Medford at 1. Out of the timeout, Roseburg running the football left side. Logan Klopfenstein carrying it to the 25. He picks up 1. Klopfenstein has done much of the groundwork tonight for Roseburg. 11 carries for him on the evening. Dawson Gillespie will run a play in. Alaric Call headed to the sideline. Roseburg up to their 25-yard line. Three-man front for Crater. Spread out to the near side is Gillespie and Marsters. Duper spread out wide to the right side. I formation running it. Kloffenstein gets around the left side of the formation, switching the ball in his hands. He's got the carry for the first down. Out to the 36-yard line. Clock stops with 5.9 to go in this first half with the chains moving, and they'll get ready to wind the clock. And Roseburg will not get a chance to run the final play before the halftime whistle. Going into the halftime break, Roseburg trailing 28-0 against the Crater Comets. We have got your Cooper's Pest Control halftime show coming up. Cooper's Pest Control, your locally owned bug assassins with great low rates. Give them a call at 673-0363. Stick around. Postgame or the halftime show coming up. We'll recap the first half after this quick break. 2 minutes here on the 541radio.com and on the Score 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 120,000 participants here in Oregon who take part in high school sports or activities.
I am a nurse.
A firefighter.
A college student.
A mother.
And I am an American soldier.
I will always be ready.
For every storm.
And disaster that threatens my community.
I will always be there to protect my neighbors.
My family.
And my country.
We are the Army National Guard.
We are the Army National Guard.
We are the Army National Guard.
Visit nationalguard.com to learn more about part-time service.
Buy one, get one free at the Roseburg Jiffy Lube. Buy one signature service oil change with Pennzoil at regular price through the end of March and receive a coupon for a second one free. That's a $43.99 value. The signature service oil change features up to 5 quarts conventional Pennzoil, a new spin-on filter, and a visual inspection of belts, brakes, tires, and wipers, plus fluid top-off and our 90-day top-off guarantee. Buy one signature service oil change, get one free through the end of March at the Roseburg Jiffy Lube next to Champion Car Wash.
We welcome you back here to Roseburg High School for the Cooper's Pest Control halftime show. Joey Kieran here with you. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. Want to say thanks back in the studio with the radio production tonight. Jaden Knight back there running things for us on the radio side, helping out with the video production here on site tonight. The wonderful Miss Angela Kieran helping out this evening. As we go to the halftime break, it is 28-0. Crater in front of the Roseburg Indians here on senior night for Roseburg. One more week to go on the season. Next week, Roseburg will visit Springfield for their season finale. Quick note on that, we are still inquiring about whether or not we will be able to travel up north to Springfield for that game. Travel has been kind of limited for visiting media, but as things continue to open up a little bit more, it has allowed for a little bit more access visiting media here tonight at Roseburg High School for this broadcast. But for all you Roseburg fans, we will do the best we can to bring you coverage of Roseburg football from Springfield High School next week. We're just not sure exactly what that's going to look like at the moment. Here at halftime, 28-0, your Score. Crater in front. This is the Cooper's Pest Control halftime show, your locally owned bug assassins with great low rates. Give them a call at 673-0363. here at the break. 28-0 again your score. The scoring for Crater in this one. First quarter, Roseburg marched into Crater territory, got it into the red zone, turned it over on downs. Crater punted, Roseburg punted, Crater got it, and 2 plays later, they go a total of 61 yards, score on a 47-yard touchdown pass from Blake Eaton, connecting with Dawson Douglas for the score. 7-0 in the first quarter with 4:11 to play. Roseburg would punt. Crater would get it back. They would drive once again for a score. This time it was Eaton connecting with Dylan Innes from 19 yards out for the score, making it 14-0 with just about 17 seconds to play in that first quarter. In the second quarter, Crater would add another touchdown on their first possession of the second period. This time a 30-yard scamper from Caden Lassiter, the running back, weaving his way through defenders and finding himself across the goal line, putting Crater up 21-0. You have just a little less than 9 minutes to play in that first half at the time. Roseburg turned it over on downs, but got it back quickly as Colton Marshers would intercept Blake Eaton. But Roseburg couldn't do anything with it. They punted away. Crater would get it back. They would march 6 plays downfield, taking just a little over a minute 15 to do so, and they go 81 yards and would score on a 51-yard touchdown pass from Eaton to Douglas again. He's got touchdown grabs of 47 and 51 yards tonight, making it 28-0. Crater in front. 4 of 4 on extra points tonight for Blake Eaton. That is your scoring so far here in the first half, leading us to this 28-0 halftime score. We'll come back and look at individual statistics here in just a bit. We'll take another 2-minute break. This is Roseburg football, streaming on 541radio.com, presented by Renco General Contractors, and right here on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 120,000 participants here in Oregon who take part in high school sports or activities.
I am a nurse.
A firefighter.
A college student.
A mother.
And I am an American soldier.
I will always be ready.
For every storm.
And disaster that threatens my community.
I will always be there to protect my neighbors.
My family.
And my country.
We are the Army National Guard.
We are the Army National Guard.
We are the Army National Guard.
Visit nationalguard.com to learn more about part-time service.
Buy one, get one free at the Roseburg Jiffy Lube. Buy one signature service oil change with Pennzoil at regular price through the end of March and receive a coupon for a second one free. That's a $43.99 value. The signature service oil change features up to 5 quarts conventional Pennzoil, a new spin-on filter, and a visual inspection of belts, brakes, tires, and wipers, plus fluid top-off and our 90-day top-off guarantee. Buy one signature service oil change, get one free through the end of March at the Roseburg Jiffy Lube next to Champion Car Wash.
Back here at Roseburg High School, halftime action here for you. Although not a lot of action going on here at the field tonight. Oh, miss the days of the marching band performing at halftime here from Roseburg High School. We'll look forward to that coming up at the halftime next year when we are back here coming up in the fall of 2021. It's weird to think. Let's see, we are in the month of April, so we are probably 5 months away from getting back into high school football. Crazy to think about that. Also really weird to think that we are less than 2 weeks away now from the start of spring sports. Track and field, softball, baseball, tennis, golf, all getting started coming up in a little more than a week or a little less than a week and a half from now. And we will try to have coverage of as much of Roseburg sports as we can going into that spring season. We are, as always, going to try and cover Roseburg baseball, and we will see how the access to the team on the road does. But when they're at home, we'll definitely be there to try and cover that for you. And we'll see about trying to cover things like Roseburg track and field and Roseburg softball as well, and see how things go for us there. Here tonight, though, covering Roseburg football. At halftime, it's 28-0. Crater in front. Let's take a look at individual statistics from this one so far. We'll start out with the visiting Crater Comets, Blake Eaton. 16 of 21 unofficially through the air here in the first half. 266 yards, 3 touchdowns, and 1 interception. Touchdown throws of 47, 19, and 51 yards. And the one pick was by Colton Marsters, nabbing one out of the air. On the ground, not a lot of yards for Crater. You've got Caden Lassiter leading the way with 30 yards on 2 carries. And one of those was a 30-yard touchdown run. Also with a carry is Cameron Kramer. He's got 2 carries for 6 yards. 1 carry for 9 yards for Peyton Anhorn. And you had Angel Perez had 1 carry for -2. Catches in the first half for Crater. Dawson Douglas with 5 for 131 yards, 2 scores. Dylan Ennis with 2 for 27 yards and a score. Anhorn with 1 catch, 7 yards. The tight end, Flegel, Jaden Flegel, has 6 catches, 83 yards in the first half, and 1 catch for forgot his first name here. Caden Lassiter there. Lassiter with 1 catch in the game so far for 7 yards. On the other side for Roseburg, Evan Corbin playing all of the first half, not splitting time like we've seen in previous games. Corbin goes 9 of 15 through the air, 86 yards. On the ground, Logan Kloffenstein carrying 12 times for 43 yards. Leading rusher there for Roseburg. And through the air, Marsters, 1 catch, 5 yards. Kloffenstein, 3 catches, 17 yards. 2 catches for Landon Duper, 45 yards. Alaire Call with a couple of catches for 14. That is a look at your individual statistics unofficially from the first half of tonight's ball game. Got somebody posting some updates to us on Twitter here, sending some updates from up in Eugene, it looks like. Sheldon and Thurston meeting up there. And it looks like Sheldon and Thurston tied at 17 all in the third quarter with about 3:20 left to go in that matchup. It was 10-10 all at halftime. And North and South Medford meeting tonight in the black and blue game down there. And I guess that for the unofficial SOC title in football here tonight. Everything kind of unofficial this season. Not a lot of real kind of uniformity around the state when it comes to leagues and schedules. Roseburg playing much of the Southern Oregon Conference, but they will play Springfield coming up next week. On the other side, you've got teams like North Medford. They played up at Tualatin earlier in this season. So kind of all over the place with the matchups here throughout this season. But down there south, you've got North and South playing in that matchup. Was hoping to find a score on that one for you. Don't have it right now, but we will keep an eye on things there and try and bring you some scores coming up in the post-game show as we get there. Our score here at halftime is 28-0. You've got Crater in front of Roseburg here during the Cooper's Pest Control halftime show. Roseburg football brought to you by Chuck Swarman Family Auto Repair. Are you ready to go where life takes you? And by Dr. Alanson Randall, open and accepting new patients. Give them a call at 541-378-6694. Joey Keyran here with you from Roseburg High School. We are going to wrap up the Cooper's Pest Control halftime show. When we come back, we'll start getting you ready for the second half kickoff coming up in just a few moments. We appreciate everybody tuning in and joining us for tonight's ball game we hope to see a little bit more action for Roseburg's offense coming up in the second half. We'll see if they can put it together after the halftime conversation in the locker room. Roseburg football streaming on 541radio.com and on the Score YouTube channel is presented by Renco General Contractors. Renco specializes in industrial and commercial construction, so whether you're building from scratch or maybe it's time to expand or remodel your current building, at Renco, there's no job that's too big or too small. Build your success with Renco. We'll come back with your second half action after this on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Looking for more local sports coverage? CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score has you covered. Check out our homepage at 541radio.com for sports stories, scores, and podcasts. And follow us on social media. 1490 The Score is on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And take the station with you wherever you go with the 541 Radio app. Download the app in your smartphone's app store and get access to a live stream of the station, sports stories, podcasts, and easy messaging with the station and others.
It's another beautiful night for football here in the Umpqua Basin from Finlay Field on the campus of Roseburg High School. It's Joey Kieran here with you tonight on the Score. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in for Roseburg football, our final home game of this abbreviated winter-spring season. And Roseburg looking to try and finish out their time at home with a little excitement for the home fans that have been able to collect here tonight. The band has been here. Been great to hear those guys. We saw them warming up earlier before the game. And Roseburg looking to give the fans in the stands a little something to cheer about here as we get ready to kick off the second half of tonight's contest. Roseburg received the football to start out the game here tonight. So Crater will likely receive here in the second half. Crater in their white tops, black numbers, black pants, white lids. On the other side for Roseburg, black tops and bottoms, black helmets with the orange face mask and the orange feather on the sides. And they will get ready to go out there and kick it away. Really, for the most part, Roseburg, it's just better execution for the second half. They didn't commit a lot of penalties. They didn't commit any turnovers. They played fairly clean football. They just have to be more efficient. Run game picking away chunks, but they need more of those explosion plays. On the other side, the defense has to limit the explosion plays. That has been the big difference here in this ball game so far, are those big explosion plays, with Crater scoring touchdowns of 47, 19, 51, 30 yards. Roseburg got to make sure that they don't let guys get behind them and beat them deep. They do put a lot of pressure on their secondary. Coach Dave Heiberger telling us about that. And Roseburg will look to try and make sure that they don't allow guys to get behind them and get those big explosion plays. Those would be my suggestions, my personal opinion and analysis of tonight's ball game for the second half, is try and limit those explosion plays and got to be a little bit more efficient with the offense. Getting ready to go for the second half. Did get a score update down in Medford. It is 27-7 North Medford over South Medford in the black and blue. Roseburg getting ready to kick off. They'll go right to left on your radio dials for those of you listening on the Score here tonight, or maybe following the action by streaming the audio on the 541 radio app, an easy way to take the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM, with you wherever you go. So if you are on the road and want to listen to Sports Talk streaming on your phone, you can do so. I believe it is now Apple CarPlay, I think is the term there. It is now set up to do that on your car system. Kickoff is away. Deep kick back to the 4-yard line. Crater's return man will bring it up. Going to try and bounce it outside. He gets around a few defenders. Roseburg taking out their own guys. A stiff arm and brought down. That'll go out to the 30-yard line. Peyton Anhorn on the return for the Comets. Will set up Crater. Well, it could have been worse, as they were back inside their 5 when they had it, and then bring it all the way out to the 30. Roseburg on the return had one guy reaching for the return man, missed, and then took out a couple of his teammates. Unfortunately, the friendly fire takes out Carson Dunn, who is on the turf. Unfortunate there. He has been a nice spark plug for this Roseburg team. He was voted our Roseburg football Mountain Mike's Pizza player of the game last week by friend of the program, Matt Bagley, who covered Roseburg at North Medford for us. We couldn't travel. I was out of town. And so Matt Bagley doing the duty for us down in Medford. He covers North Medford. We took a feed from that. He said that in a game that didn't have a ton of bright spots for Roseburg, he said Carson Dunn was one of them. And Dunn gets up limping. There was a penalty flag on the play as well that is going to back up Crater back to their own 14-yard line. So Crater will get back inside their own 20. Dunn still limping off the field. Julie Deaver out there helping him walk off the field. It's a lower leg injury, and we'll keep an eye on that for you. 11:50 to go in the third quarter, just getting underway. Crater with the football. Eaton, of course, looking to pass. Going to go near side on the seam route, and a nice job breaking that one up was Klopfenstein. He got on the hip pocket of Peyton Anhorn, and was right there in front of it fighting for the ball. Anhorn had to turn into more of a defender to try and make sure that Klopfenstein didn't come away with the interception. Incomplete on the first down attempt for Crater. 2nd and 10, back at their own 14-yard line. Eaton in shotgun, a man to his right. 3 targets tight to the line on the left side. They'll run it that direction behind those blockers, running over his own men in front of him and powering his way out across the 20-yard line. Running for Crater is Cameron Kramer, just his 3rd carry of the night. He takes the football out to the 22, picking up 8. That'll make it 3rd down and 2. Roseburg jumping up on the front line into the neutral zone, and that'll be a penalty against Roseburg and a 1st down for Crater. So they will walk it off the 5 yards. Ball will go out to the 27. Crater gonna huddle up. They will come back out. 1st down and 10 for him. 11:13 to go. It's going to be Perez to the right of Eaton in shotgun, 2 targets either side. He'll pass to the wide side of the field to Anhorn, wide open short. Going to try and make Klopfenstein miss. Klopfenstein, good open field tackle, but the completion will move the ball out to the 35, and that's a pickup of 8. Nice open field tackle, but not before the ball gets downfield. Anhorn with his 2nd catch of the night. He sets up in the slot to the right of the formation, along with Dawson Douglas out there. Turn and hand it off. Running is going to be Kramer. Tries to bubble it out to the far side. He'll get across the line of scrimmage, but just barely. Roseburg tracking the football nicely. You always want your entire defense running to the ball, and Roseburg does it there. They take it out to the 39-yard line, a pickup of 4 on the carry for Angel Perez. Wide receivers tight on the right side and the left for Crater here. Eaton looking to pass to his left, goes on the quick curl route, completed to the 47-yard line. Tackled out of bounds goes Ennis. And that is short of the 1st down by 2 yards. And it'll be 2nd down and 2. To the 47, pickup of 8. Ennis with yet another catch. Handed off. This time, running to the right of the formation is Lassiter. Penalty flag out. Going to be a holding, I do believe. And I think this will go on the wide receiver. Yeah, they're going to pointing at Dawson Douglas, trying to block on the edge. Called for the hold. Is going to bring it back. Braden Steinacre slow to get up, limping a bit, but not looking to come off the field here. Penalty flag sits at the 48-yard line. Crater's half of the field. That was about the line of scrimmage there. Maybe a yard downfield. So they will back it up 10 yards to the 39-yard line. So second penalty on this drive by Crater. 9:55 to go in the third period. 28-0 Crater in front of Roseburg. Eaton rolling to his right. Pressure coming. Tiger Black in the backfield quick, and that's going to force a quick throw out of Blake Eaton. A penalty flag on the field. I think it's an illegal procedure. The call against Crater is my guess here. The second half getting a little sloppy here early on. Crater backing up already. Tiger Black, great job on the bull rush getting into the backfield. And he made Blake Eaton have to make a decision a lot sooner than he wanted to. That led to an incompletion. The whole play is going to get wiped out here by this penalty, I presume. But they're, for an illegal procedure, they're meeting a lot longer than I would have anticipated. They may be obviously going to be confirming that the play is exactly how it was seen. They will call it a false start against the offense. So they back it up. Back-to-back penalties against Crater. The ball now back to the 33. So it'll be second down and 15 now. Got to get the ball to the 49-yard line. They hand it off on a draw, dragging Tiger Black with him. Black had just a hand on the jersey up near the shoulder pads, but he was able to use some strength there to keep a hand on. And the carry by Kramer only goes for a couple of yards to the 36. 3 on the ground for Kramer. The home crowd getting a little loud here for third down and 13. 9:03 to go third quarter. Still Crater in front by 4 scores. Very comfortable to let the clock continue to run and wear things off here in the second half. Looking to pass. Fake going right, goes back left, and just absolutely just demolished as he threw that football. Blake Eaton. He was trying to set up a screen, took too long. Roseburg with the blitz timed perfectly. And it was Garrett Schultz on top of him. All clean, no whistles, no flags, incomplete on the pass. Schultz couldn't get there in time for the sack, but he does force an errant pass. And it'll force a punt opportunity here for Blake Eaton and the Crater offense. Penalties really stalling out that drive for the Comets. 8:49 on the incompletion. The kick away. Nice spiral kick. Takes a Crater bounce that'll roll inside the 15 down to about the 13-yard line. Great punt there from Blake Eaton. Hasn't had to do it much here tonight, but he gets a good boot behind that one. Roseburg will have the football with 8:37 to go in this third quarter. They'll be backed up into their own territory, down at their own 13-yard line. Roseburg football this evening, brought to you by Cascade Community Credit Union, belong to Douglas County. And by Dr. Lanson Randall, open and accepting new patients. Give them a call at 541-378-6694. Roseburg's ball, 8:37 to go. Turn and hand it off for Evan Corbin. Gives it to Klopfenstein. Tried to spin move out of a tackle. And there were about 5 white jerseys there to meet him when he did. And they will not give him very good forward progress on that. Back to the 11-yard line. A loss of 2 on the carry for Logan Klopfenstein. The front line unable to block anybody. And he was just hounded immediately. Second down and 13. had the man open, just low throw as Evan Corbin will stay in the game for Roseburg here in this second half. Have not seen Dominic Titone so far here tonight. He had a post route back to the middle of the field by Landon Duper, open, but he threw it at Duper's feet. And the incompletion will make it third down and long. Clock stopped on the incomplete pass at 7:59, third quarter. Your score, 28-0, Crater in front. It's third down. The ball at the 9-yard line. I guess they backed him up even further than I thought. Third down and 14. And a pass near side to Marsters, incomplete again, off the mark for Corbin. And so the punt unit will come out for Roseburg, unable to do anything after forcing a punt by Crater. They will go 3 and out, and they wear off only 40 seconds off the clock. Clock stopped. Punting from his own end zone is Dawson Gillespie. Turns, gets a kick away around the defenders. It'll take a Roseburg bounce to the 40 on Roseburg's half of the field. Anhorn running with it, and he was met early on the return. Roseburg's return man coverage. Silas Kincaid out there getting there, helping make that stop. The punt away doesn't net a big turn of the field for Roseburg. Crater will start in Roseburg territory. 7:48 here to go in the third period. Crater starting at Roseburg's 33. Still Blake Eaton out there here in the third quarter, working for the Comets. The 6'2", 180-pound senior. He'll move Perez from his right to his left in shotgun. 2 targets either side. Ball in the middle of the field. Move a man in motion. That's Flegel. Give it to him. He'll give it back to Anhorn. Now they're going with the flea flicker in coverage. And penalty flags out. He needed to turn and locate the football. Duper in good coverage, but he never looked back for the ball and just kept driving into the intended receiver, Dawson Douglas. Other than that, he had pretty good coverage. Just had to turn and locate the ball and play the ball rather than playing the receiver. And he ran right through him. And that's what's going to draw the penalty there. It's going to be a pass interference penalty down at the 5-yard line. The flag sitting at the 4. They'll count out the yardage from the original line of scrimmage. So from the 33, they will put it down to the 18-yard line on the pass interference penalty by Landon Duper. 1st and 10 from the 18. Inside the red zone, Duper one-on-one coverage now here on the near side against Brady Eaton, a senior wide receiver. Looking to throw the screen, hit as he's throwing, and Garrett Schultz once again in the face of Blake Eaton. And they were intending that pass over the middle to Cameron Kramer, and it is incomplete. Some whistles were blowing. Clock stopped at 7:37. It's going to be 2nd down and 10 after the incompletion. Ball will have to go. The officials in the wrong spot there. I think there might have been some extracurriculars or something going on there afterwards. They will get it reset and ready to go. 2nd down and 10. Rolling to his left. Eaton looking downfield. Going towards the end zone. Tipped up and out of the hands of the intended receiver, Anhorn. Nice coverage by Logan Klopfenstein. He saw that, and that's actually, Alaric Call in coverage. Saw that pass coming. A late burst of speed to get in front of the receiver and just got one hand on it, tipped it up and out of the reach of Anhorn. As they were heading for that front pylon on the far side of the end zone. Incompletion makes it 3rd down and 10. Ball at the 18, Roseburg's half of the field, rolling to his right this time. Eaton going to go on the comeback route, caught by Dawson Douglas, and he will sneak his way around the defender, wiggles free, to get down to the 7-yard line, and that is a first down. So on third down, they convert. They will spot the ball at the Roseburg 7-yard line. That's officially a pickup of 11. Pistol formation, turn, hand it to Lassiter, left side. Juke move, sidestep, upended at the 5. Takes it down a couple of yards, 2-yard carry there for Lassiter. Second down and goal. At the 4-yard line is where they'll put him. Carry of 3 for Lassiter. They put Perez back in the backfield to the right of Eaton in shotgun. 2 targets to his left. He's going to go to the 2 targets on his right side. And the crossing route complete to Peyton Anhorn. In coverage, Logan Klopfenstein can't get there. TD pass of 4 yards. And that will be the first of the night tonight for Anhorn. And the 4th passing touchdown of the evening for Blake Eaton. He is nearing 300 yards through the air tonight, as Roseburg has really attacked the passing game. Crater has really attacked Roseburg's defense in the passing game. Well, the kick is good. And Crater now leading 35-0. We'll go ahead and take a 30-second break here in the third quarter. It's 6:26 to go in the third quarter of this ball game. Crater leading against Roseburg here on The Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Get one free at the Roseburg Jiffy Lube. Buy one signature service oil change at regular price and receive a coupon for a second one free. That's a $43.99 value. The Signature Service Oil Change features up to 5 quarts conventional Pennzoil, a new spin-on filter, and a visual inspection of belts, brakes, tires, and wipers, plus fluid top-off and a 90-day top-off guarantee. Buy one Signature Service Oil Change with Pennzoil, get one free now at the Roseburg Jiffy Lube, next to Champion Car Wash.
6:26 to go in the third quarter. Joey Kieran here with you from Finlay Field tonight as Roseburg football welcomes in the Crater Comets. Tonight's game brought to you by DC Farmers Co-op, where everyone's welcome to shop. Plus by Chuck Swarman Family Auto Repair. Are you ready to go where life takes you? Roseburg will head back out for the kickoff coming here from Crater. Tony Perez, right-footed kicker, ready to boot it away. High rainbow kick down to the 7. Call will take it there. Along the sideline, stood up and out of bounds, and then a penalty flag out at the end of the play. He got out to the 27-yard line, and I think they're going to call a penalty on Crater on a late hit out of bounds. Guy hit him, wrapped him up a little bit, but then quickly let go. I thought they might let that play slide. The officials talking about it here. The ball came out to about the 27. If the penalty stands, probably going to be a 15-yarder, I think. They are going to call a personal foul, and they'll call a hit to the head against the return team. So the penalty flag will take it out to the 40-yard line. So, Roseburg will get better field position to start out. They will start out at their own 40-yard line. Clock will get started here, as I believe we've hit the running clock spread. Dominic Tatone will come in at quarterback now for Roseburg. He turns and hands it off. It'll be a gain of about 3 yards for Logan Klopfenstein to the 43-yard line. Klopfenstein, the feature back for Roseburg here tonight. 14 carries this evening, up to 42 yards. It was Steinacre and Schultz that really got a lot of the carries early on in the season. but they may have seen some talent in Kloffenstein running the ball and wanting to limit maybe a bit of how often Steinacre was playing on the offensive side as a starter on defense as well. So they appear to have gone with more Kloffenstein in the backfield. Tautone will keep it after faking a handoff to Schultz. Spins out of a tackle, but he'll only gain about a yard, and a penalty flag out on the play as well in the area of holding. Flag's back at the 41-yard line, and it is holding against Roseburg. So it'll back him up here as the clock continues to count down to 3:45 to go here in this third period. Back to the 31 is where they will place it after the holding penalty from the spot of the foul. Well, again, tough night for Roseburg, but the offense performing better, just not finding the end zone here. Drive stalling out for them. Better numbers offensively. But still a learning process for this inexperienced team that only has two seniors here on senior night that were honored. Alaric Call and Dylan Johnson. A slant route to Colton Marsters is good. Dominic Tautone, always been impressed with his arm strength. The left-handed quarterback rifles that one in for a completion out to the 45-yard line. Pick up a 14 on that play. Will make it 3rd down and 5. Connecting with Marsters. First completion for Tautone on his first pass of the night. He's got a strong arm. He's not a big guy. He's definitely got a strong arm. Blitz coming and got too aggressive for Crater, trying to send some pressure off the edge. And they're going to get called for an encroachment here. That could be good enough to give Roseburg a first down. They needed 5. They're at the 45-yard line. Got to get to the 50, and that should be good, I think. And it is. Yeah, they will spot it for a first down. Penalty against Crater will move the chains for Roseburg. So Roseburg will get the benefit of a penalty this time against the Comets. 1:53 and counting here in the third. Tautone back out there to break the huddle for Roseburg. Marsters and Call out to the left side. Duper and Gillespie to the right. Pistol formation. Now actually moving to the left of Tautone in shotgun will go Schultz. Fake the handoff, going to pass again to Marsters. Quick pass and catch, and Marsters slips through one tackle and goes out to the 40-yard line. That's good for a first down again. They'll move the chains. Pickup of 10 on the completion. Into Crater territory officially for Roseburg. I like the looks of this quick pass option for Tautone. One read and go type of look, and just go on a quick in route. A little curl there, 5 yards, and curl back for Marsters. Marsters alone to the left. I formation behind Tautone. Give it to Gillespie as the deep man. He stepped around one defender at the line, got across the line of scrimmage, picks up just the 1 yard. Down to 40 seconds here in the third quarter with a running clock. 32 and counting. Roseburg trailing 35-0 at this point in time. They'll get one more play off here before this third quarter comes to a close. Split backs. Oh, no. They'll move Gillespie back behind Tautone, and he's got Schultz to his left. They'll run the option. It's a keeper for Tautone. He gets to the 36-yard line, and that is going to finish out the third quarter here. Dominic Tautone on the carry. Roseburg trailing 35-0 as we head to the final period. Back after a 60-second break here on The Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Hey there, sports fans. Thanks for watching this local sporting event online at 541radio.com. Did you know there's more than one way to watch games online? You can watch games on your laptop or desktop computer, your tablet, or even your smartphone just by going to 541radio.com. But we also use YouTube to stream all of our video broadcasts, which means you could be watching this game on your big screen TV with a number of different streaming devices. You can stream our live YouTube broadcast through your PlayStation or Xbox gaming device, or through streaming devices like Google Chromecast, Apple TV, or Roku. There's plenty of ways to follow this live local sporting event. Plus, you can find past events archived on 1490 The Score's YouTube channel. Find us on YouTube and subscribe today to keep up with the latest in local sports coverage.
And we welcome you back for the start of the fourth quarter. Joey Kieran here with you from Finlay Field. Roseburg with the football, facing 3rd down and 6 from the Crater 36-yard line as we start the fourth quarter. Roseburg trails 35-0. We'll have a running clock after this first play unless Roseburg can score, and they will not complete the 3rd down pass. Tatone has come into the game after Evan Corbin played much of the contest here tonight. And Tatone's pass out to the far sideline intended for Landon Duper falls incomplete. First miss of the night for Dominic Tatone. Roseburg football streaming at 541radio.com and on the 1490 The Score YouTube channel. Subscribe today to follow Roseburg High Sports. It's all presented by Renco General Contractors, specialize in industrial and commercial construction. So whether you're building from scratch or maybe it's time to expand or remodel your current building at Renco, there's no job that's too big or too small. Build your success with Renco. Roseburg going to take a timeout here to start this fourth quarter on 4th down and 6. They were trying to figure out what kind of play they may want to do, whether punt or go for it. We'll go ahead and take a quick 30-second break. We'll come back after this on The Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom. On the stage.
In the pool.
On the field.
Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah! Be great.
Participate!
11:20 to go after the timeout by Roseburg here from Finlay Field tonight. This Roseburg broadcast on The Score brought to you by Good Vibration Solutions for home theater and automotive audio, and by Barnes Heating and Cooling, your complete energy company. Visit barnesheatingandcooling.com or call them at 541-459-1545. Don't forget, coming up tomorrow, we'll have coverage of Roseburg girls soccer on our video player at 541radio.com and on The Score YouTube channel for you to check out. Roseburg girls soccer coming up tomorrow at 1. Looking to pass on 4th down. Pressure comes. Tatone's going to take off running. He almost escaped, but tracking him down is Caden Lassiter, and it's going to be a turnover on downs by Roseburg. They get it down to the 33-yard line. It was a gain of 3 for Tatone. They needed 6, and it's not quite enough as Roseburg turns it over on downs. Crater will have it with 10:54 to go in the ball game. Running clock here. The Comets bring it out to their own 34-yard line to start with the football. Starter still in the game, at least a quarterback here for Crater. Blake Eaton out there. He's got Cameron Kramer to his left. 3 targets spread out to the left side, rolling that direction. Eaton looking to pass, squares up, goes downfield, has a man wide open. Goodbye. One play, Peyton Anhorn in for the score. Anhorn will go. That is going to be a 66-yard strike. And again, I said limit the big plays. That is not doing it. 66 yards, touchdowns now of 47, 19, 51, 4, and 66. Going to be over 300 yards now on the night for Blake Eaton. $362 yards total. Eaton's kick is through. 6 points, add the PAT, makes it 42-0. Clock will keep running. Actually, it stopped right now with 10:23 to go. That did not take much time off the board for Crater. Roseburg will get the football. We'll take a 30-second break. Be back with more of the fourth quarter for you here on The Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM. Okay.
Looking for more local sports coverage? CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score has you covered. Check out our homepage at 541radio.com for sports stories, scores, and podcasts. And follow us on social media. 1490 The Score is on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And take the station with you wherever you go with the 541 Radio app. Download the app in your smartphone's app store and get access to a live stream of the station, sports stories, podcasts, and easy messaging with the station and others.
"66 yards to the house for Crater. And the Comets really putting it on Roseburg tonight. Mentioned they have one win against Roseburg since 1994. 27 years. They didn't play every year during that time, but Roseburg had a long winning streak against Crater. Tonight the Comets taking out some frustration. Breaking free on the kick return. Logan Klopfenstein. The Roseburg Indians shut out no more. He'll go to the house for the kickoff return for a touchdown. And Roseburg with the return to the house. Logan Klopfenstein taking that one from about the 12-yard line, make it 88 yards thereabout. He goes for the touchdown. His second touchdown of the season at a 65-yarder. Earlier on a pass route play. And Klopfenstein will keep Roseburg from being shut out for a second straight week. Oh, wait, what? I guess not. Here I am getting all excited and not paying attention to the fact that they did not put the points on the board. And there is a penalty flag back at the 26-yard line. Dang it! Here I was getting excited. No foul on the play. It is a touchdown! Oh, boy. So it is a touchdown for Roseburg after all. And about 88 yards it looked like for Logan Klopfenstein on that kickoff return. The officials pick up the flag and give the points to Roseburg. They trail 42-6. All right then. Second touchdown again of the season for Logan Klopfenstein. Had a 65-yarder in game 2 of the season against Grants Pass. That was the only score that night for Roseburg. The PAT attempt is good. So Roseburg on the board. And the Tribe trailing 42-7 with 9:37 to go in the ball game. We'll get in our break here. 30 seconds. Exciting return there on the kickoff by Roseburg. Gets them on the board for the first time tonight here on The Score. 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
General Contractors, formerly known as Ari Noah, are the experts in industrial and commercial construction. With over 50 years of combined experience, Renco General Contractors is Douglas County's building leader when it comes to commercial construction. From turnkey construction from the ground up, tenant improvements to seismic upgrades, Renco is an authorized metal building dealer dedicated to providing our community the highest quality structures. They also specialize in steel fabrication and welding. Call Renco today. There's no job that's too big or too small. Build your success with Renco.
Roseburg football streaming at 541radio.com and on the Score YouTube channel is presented by Renco General Contractors. There's no job that's too big or too small. Build your success with Renco. 9:37 to go in the ball game. Roseburg on the board after the kickoff return by Logan Klopfenstein. Roseburg will kick it away. The kicker not listed on the roster online. Jackson, I believe, the name. First name. I had it written down. They gave it to me a little while ago, and I had it written down on a previous game sheet as a timeout taken by Crater before the kickoff, and I don't have it with me still. Let me see if I can find it, though. I do want to acknowledge. I always want to try and acknowledge people as best as I can. Little bit of Roseburg High School alumni news here. Former Roseburg Indian Austin Harris named a academic All-Big 12 athlete for the Oklahoma State Cowboys. Also got a bit of information about it is the grand reopening of Hayward Field up in Eugene this weekend after the extensive remodel job they did up there. Oregon track meet going on, and former Roseburg Indian Dalton Rasmussen up there throwing the javelin. And according to his mom, who sent me a message saying he's doing pretty good up there, so that's awesome. Thank you, Tammy. So some news there on some former Roseburg Indians succeeding in their college, in the college ranks. Jackson Bartlett, the kicker out there kicking for Roseburg. They'll go with a ground ball kick. It's picked up and taking a knee will be the return man for Crater. Eric Rodriguez collecting the football and taking a knee. Clock running at 9:01 to go here in the ball game. The football will get placed back at the 36. Crater's half of the field. Comets with the football. Well, the Crater Comets not taking their foot off the gas last time. Had starters out there and going deep downfield. And they will still send out Blake Eaton at the quarterback position, leading 42-7 in a running clock here in the fourth quarter. Eaton turns, hands it off, almost a bobble in the backfield, trying to pull down the runner. Couldn't get to him, but the rest of the defense going to be there. They're letting this one go. Surprised there's no whistles yet. Finally, breaking free from the group was the running back, Angel Perez. But they waited a long time to blow the whistles, and they will give him forward progression out to the 34-yard line. He loses 2 yards on that carry, but he got pushed all the way back to the 30. They were still no whistles, but I guess forward progression. They've got him out to the 34. Loss of 2 for Perez. Under 8 minutes to play in the ball game. Eaton in shotgun, trips to the left side, bunch formation. They'll pass it out in the flats that way. Anhorn with it. It got a block, got free from one. Stiff arm, he'll get free from another before he is run out of bounds here on the near sideline. Colton Marsters there to help take him out of bounds. Take it out to the 47-yard line, pick up a 13. Anhorn. That'll put him at 98 yards on the night. 5 catches for him. Eaton in shotgun with Kramer to his right. Flegel and Ennis to the left. 2 targets to the wide side of the field on the right side of the formation. Crater running down the clock now. Move a man in motion, fake the handoff to Flegel, give it to Kramer, running right up the middle, and he is swallowed by the black jerseys at the line. That'll put him at the 48, pickup of 1. Six and a half to play in tonight's ballgame. Roseburg will be on the road at Springfield next week. We'll talk more about that here in this fourth quarter as we are trying to figure out some plans still. 4-man front for Roseburg as they try to eat up the run here. 6:24 to play. 2nd down and 9. Crater using up the play clock. Quick pitch out to the far side. Caught. Douglas takes it across the 50 into Roseburg territory to the 47 on the other half of the field. That'll be a pickup of 5 through the air for Douglas, up to 147 yards on the night. We've got one guy with over 100 yards, 2 guys approaching 100 yards for Crater here this evening in receiving yards. Quarterback nearing Quarterback at 30 pass attempts tonight, Blake Eaton, and he's got over 360 yards through the air. 5.5 to play. Anhorn to move in motion from right to left. Give the handoff to Lassiter. He is slippery. He is a guy that is tough to bring down, constantly moving. And he eluded defenders across the 45 down to the 42-yard line. Lassiter picking up 5 with that carry. They rotate in a lot of guys in the backfield too, does this Crater team. We've seen Lassiter back there. We've seen Kramer. We've seen Perez. Right now it's Lassiter in the pistol formation, 3 yards behind Eaton, who turns and hands it off, running left side, and just able to slip right through the teeniest of gaps on the left side, out across the 35, down to the 34-yard line. And marching into Roseburg territory goes Caden Lassiter down to the 34, moves the chains. No, just shy. It's going to be second down. Picked up 8 on that carry. So next week, Roseburg will be on the road for another matchup against a 5A opponent in the Springfield Millers. The former team for head coach Dave Heiberger. That was his team before he came here to Roseburg. Still connections up there, obviously, to set up that matchup, it would seem. Counter on the run is Perez. Takes it inside the 25 before he's wrapped up. Spun down about the 22-yard line. That will move the chains. It's a pickup of 12 on the ground for Perez. Up at Springfield, we have been, Roseburg really didn't play a lot of road games, only one at North Medford last week. Their road game against Eagle Point was canceled. We weren't going to be able to travel to either of those games, but as things open up, Lane County doing pretty good up there. We'll see if they allow us to come up there and broadcast that game next Friday night from Silky Field in Springfield. Always a fun place to go call a game. Handed off on the in-around sweep by Flegel. He slipped through one tackler, but not going to get much further. Down to the 20, he'll pick up 2. Clock running under 3 minutes to go. That's the first carry of the night for Flegel. So stay tuned. We are efforting to find out whether or not the doors will be open and the welcome mat out for us up at Springfield High School. And if it is, we will definitely travel to go cover that game for you. If we're told that they don't have room for us at the end, then we'll see about what other options we may have to try and bring you that broadcast. Shotgun snap to Eaton, going to go with the bubble screen out to the far side. Back towards the hash mark was Dawson Douglas, excuse me. Bubbled back towards the line of scrimmage, gets it inside the 15 to the 14-yard line, a pickup of 6 on that pass play. Under 2 minutes to go in the contest now. Crater leading 42-7, running clock here in this second half. Crater was on top, 28-0 at halftime. Roseburg's only score in the ball game came on special teams. About an 88-yard kickoff return by Logan Kloffenstein. Running left side, wrapped up from behind by Kincaid. And he spins the runner forward, carrying the ball. Kramer down to the 11-yard line, picking up 3. And it sounds like they're going to the victory formation for Crater. You could hear it on the headphones up here on the crowd mic. Victory. Victory. So they will set up the kneel down. 1:04 to go with the clock running and a first down. Crater does not need to run a play other than taking a knee. And they will wait and run it all the way down to the very end before they snap it. Taking a knee. Eaton will take the knee, and they will do it twice. They're going to have to do one more here And that will wrap up tonight's ball game. That Crater team came out. They looked pretty good out there this evening. As the second kneel down taken, and that will finish this one out. 42-7 going to be your final score here tonight, as Roseburg will walk out to acknowledge their opponents here this evening. Crater comes out to do the same, and the final whistle will count down. Roseburg going to fall to 0-4 on the year. Crater goes to 3-2 as the whistle does sound. 42-7 your final score here tonight. Stick around. We've got your post-game show coming up. Roseburg football tonight brought to you by Mahalo Heating and Air Conditioning. Get 0% financing for 72 months on approved credit. Now at Mahalo Heating and Air Conditioning. Back with the post-game show after this 2-minute break here on The Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 120,000 participants here in Oregon who take part in high school sports or activities.
I am a nurse.
A firefighter.
A college student.
A mother.
And I am an American soldier.
I will always be ready.
For every storm.
And disaster that threatens my community.
I will always be there to protect my neighbors.
My family.
And my country.
We are the Army National Guard.
We are the Army National Guard.
We are the Army National Guard.
Visit nationalguard.com to learn more about part-time service.
Buy one, get one free at the Roseburg Jiffy Lube. Buy one signature service oil change with Pennzoil at regular price through the end of March and receive a coupon for a second one free. That's a $43.99 value. The signature service oil change features up to 5 quarts conventional Pennzoil, a new spin-on filter, and a visual inspection of belts, brakes, tires, and wipers, plus fluid top-off and our 90-day top-off guarantee. Buy one signature service oil change, get one free through the end of March at the Roseburg Jiffy Lube next to Champion Car Wash.
And we welcome you into tonight's post-game show as Roseburg football wraps up their home schedule with a loss tonight, 42-7 against Crater. Roseburg out at midfield getting a team photo here tonight. A tough one for sure. Definitely signs of improvement over last week's loss against North Medford. More offensive production here tonight, looking a little bit more fluid, able to move the ball a little bit more consistently, but unfortunately not enough for the Roseburg Indians here tonight. Again, your final score was 42-7, Crater on top of Roseburg. Joey Kieran here with you in the postgame show. Tonight's Roseburg football game has been brought to you by Fisher's Hearth and Home, serving Douglas County for over 30 years with the largest selection of wood, gas, pellet, and electric stoves and fireplaces in the area. Also brought to you by Flyaway Travel. You can contact their travel experts for your travel plans at 672-5701. I want to say thanks to the Smile Station, your destination for aesthetically crafted smiles, and by Tim's Appliance at the corner of Lane and South Stevens in Roseburg. 0% financing always available. As we start wrapping things up, taking a look back at your scoring tonight. It was 28-0 at halftime. Crater scoring 14 in the first quarter. A 47-yard touchdown pass from Blake Eaton to Dawson Douglas, and then Eaton finding Dylan Ennis for a 19-yard score, making it 14-0. In the second quarter, it was Caden Lassiter with a 30-yard touchdown run, making it 21-0. Roseburg did get the only takeaway of the game, an interception in that second quarter. But then Crater would get the ball back later, and a 51-yard touchdown pass from Eaton to Dawson Douglas, his second of the first half, made it 28-0 at the break. In the second half, a third quarter touchdown. Eaton connecting this time with Peyton Anhorn. This time it was from 4 yards out, making it 35-0. That was your score after 3. We had a running clock from that point on. Crater would make it 42-0. It was a 66-yard touchdown pass, this time from Eaton, connecting with Peyton Anhorn. And then Roseburg gets their only score of the night on an 88-yard kickoff return touchdown by Logan Klopfenstein. Gets him on the board there in the fourth quarter. Final score 42-7. We'll have a look at your unofficial individual stats coming up here as we continue on with your postgame show. And tonight we will name our Mountain Mike's Pizza Player of the Game here this evening. We will take a look at that and come up with a player for you for Roseburg when we return. Roseburg football tonight here on The Score has been brought to you by Current Orthodontics. A healthy, attractive smile means confidence inside and out, so call Dr. Peterson at 541-672-5721. And tonight's video stream of Roseburg football at 541radio.com brought to you by Renco General Contractors. 2-minute break. Come back and wrap up things with your Mountain Mike's Pizza Player of the Game after this here on The Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
It's easy to spot people who participated in high school sports and activities.
Right on time.
They learned important lessons like leadership, teamwork, respect.
Hey, our meeting moved to 10.
We'll be ready.
Values that last a lifetime.
We need to focus on 3 factors.
Support high school sports and activities in your community. When kids take part, they get set for life.
Looking for more local sports coverage? CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score has you covered. Check out our homepage at 541radio.com for sports stories, scores, and podcasts. And follow us on social media. 1490 The Score is on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And take the station with you wherever you go with the 541 Radio app. Download the app in your smartphone's app store and get access to a live stream of the station, sports stories, podcasts, and easy messaging with the station and others.
We are Douglas County Farmers Co-op, but we're not just for farmers. We serve all residents of Douglas County because we are Douglas County. Stop by today for everything from a tank of gas to a bite to eat anytime you're hungry. Pick up something for yourself, your home, and those you care for. Celebrating 100 years of service, Douglas County Farmers Co-op. Good people, good products, and good advice.
Welcome back here to Finlay Field. Wrapping things up tonight, the band has played their So Long song this evening. The cars are starting to file out of the parking lot for the limited number of fans that were here this evening. So we'll start wrapping things up here with our final segment of your post-game show. We'll have your Mountain Mike's Pizza Player of the Game coming up here in just a moment. Every week of Roseburg football, Mountain Mike's is supporting a Player of the Game, and the Player of the Game awarded a $50 gift certificate to Mountain Mike's Pizza, new in Roseburg, right here by Roseburg High School off of Harvard Avenue. All right, taking a look at stats tonight for the visiting Crater Comets. A big night for Blake Eaton, the quarterback. 23 of 31 unofficially with, let's see, 1, 2, there's so many I got to count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 touchdown passes tonight. He did throw 1 interception on the evening. I have him down for 373 yards on the night. On the ground, 21 yards for Cameron Kramer. Caden Lassiter finished with 46 yards on the ground, did have a 30-yard touchdown run. And Angel Perez had 4 carries for 12 yards. Receiving tonight, Dawson Douglas. I have him down for 8 catches, 153 yards, 2 touchdowns of 47 and 51 yards. 3 catches for Dylan Innes, 35 yards, a 19-yard touchdown. Peyton Anhorn had 5 catches for 98 yards, had a touchdown grab of 43 and 66 yards. That doesn't make a lot of sense on my math there. That's because that's not a 43-yard touchdown. It was a 4-yard touchdown grab in the third quarter, if I can read my own chicken scratches here. So 98 yards, a touchdown grab of 4, and 66 yards tonight for Peyton Anhorn. Then you got 6 catches for 83 yards tonight for Jaden Flegel, the tight end. Also with a catch tonight was Caden Lassiter for 7 yards this evening. Over on the Roseburg side, starting the game was Evan Corbin at quarterback. I got him down for 9 for 15, 86 yards through the air. Dominic Tatone came in the second half, tried 3 times, completed 2 passes for 24 yards. On the ground, Logan Klopfenstein, 14 carries for 42 yards. He had a long carry of 11. 2 carries for 6 yards for Tatone, and Evan Corbin finished with 1 yard. Through the air, Colton Marsters, 3 catches for 29 yards. Logan Klopfenstein, 3 catches, 17. 2 catches for Landon Duper for 45 yards. 2 catches for Alaric Call for 14. Those are your unofficial stats here tonight for the Roseburg Indians and Crater Comets. Final score again was 42-7. It's time now here in the postgame show to name your Mountain Mike's Pizza player of the game. That's Mountain Mike's Pizza, pizza the way it ought to be. Tonight we are going to congratulate Colton Marsters as your player of the game. Colton had the interception takeaway for Roseburg and also had 3 catches in the game. Second leading receiver with 29 yards through the air. Had a nice night here tonight, defensively and offensively. Colton Marsters getting a $50 gift certificate to Mountain Mike's Pizza as tonight's Mountain Mike's player of the game. Well, folks, we're going to wrap things up there for you here tonight. This is going to wrap up our broadcast schedule for Roseburg football here at Finlay Field. We will be back out here broadcasting tomorrow on the video player at 541radio.com. Don't forget to check out the schedule there at 541radio.com to find out what broadcasts we'll have streaming with video online at 541radio.com. Tomorrow it's going to be Roseburg girls soccer for you. They are hosting South Medford, and we'll have that starting a couple minutes before 1 o'clock, and when they kick things off tomorrow for Roseburg girls soccer. So tune in to catch that. Streaming of Roseburg High Sports at 541radio.com is presented by Renco General Contractors. Other than that, Roseburg football wraps up the season coming up next week on the road at Springfield. Again, we are working on our broadcast plans for that one, and we will hope to have more for you here coming up in the next couple of days so you can make your plans accordingly for next week's season finale for Roseburg football on the road against the Springfield Millers. Other than that, folks, it's going to do it for us here this evening. I hope you've had a wonderful evening joining us for tonight's broadcast, and we look forward to having you again here real soon. For Jaden Knight back in the studio, I want to say thanks for his radio production here this evening. A big shout out and thank you to Angela Kieran for helping with the video camera and video production here tonight at Finlay Field. I always want to say thank you to Athletic Director Russ Bolin, Head Coach Dave Heiberger, and the entire Roseburg football program for allowing us to bring you another season of Roseburg football here on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM. And a thank you to you, the fan, for tuning in for tonight's broadcast because, of course, without you, I'm just a guy sitting here talking to myself. I'm Joey Kieran, folks. We look forward to talking to you guys again here soon in the future, hopefully next Friday night from Springfield High School at Silky Field, where the Roseburg Indians will take on the Springfield Millers to wrap up their football season. Until then, have a wonderful Friday night. This is Roseburg football on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.